What's up, everybody? It's good to see everybody here today. My name's Dan. This is Neomustangs. This is my Foxbody Mustang channel. This is a normal weekly live stream that we do every week. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you, or just passing through, make sure you check it out. Leave a like and subscribe if you like what the channel sees. So tonight we're going to be talking about, obviously Foxbody tech. So if there's some stuff over in the chat that you guys want to talk about as far as Fox bodies in general, I do entertain wherever the chat is over here. I do entertain chat. So if you guys got something you want to talk about, what's up, Fat Boy Fox, Treetop Tom, Timmy Webb? It's good to see everybody. So tonight's topic is, I always like to have every live stream with like a topic, you know what I mean? So I was thinking today when I was messing around the shop, she's like, it would be a good topic to talk about, light as might, street car versus race car, not really versus, but just like, there's a lot of different, varying degrees and flavors of Fox bodies out there. And, I race with a handful of guys that have just all kind of stuff. It's all over the place. But, some decisions like that we make on some of these Fox bodies, just kind of, some decisions just leave them on jack stands, especially in this day and age, because with all the back the back orders on shit, and it's just excuse my French, all the back orders and everything, it just leaves it on jack stand. Time frames, family, nothing wrong with family, money. Yeah, so we'll get into some more topic here in a second, but what's up, Kent Loveless? What's up, cousin Paul in the house? JK, Floyd Marcy, Ryan Bass. What's up, Pimp? Gary, it's good to see everybody. Shout out to my guys in green. I'm going to start that. If you're interested in the join button, the guys in green, they get the member perks, the emojis, the early videos, the streams, and stuff like that. So do appreciate the support to the channel, guys. What's up, War Admiral 363? So I got a chance, before we get into the topic at hand, I had a chance to take a ride in my black car today. Like in Ohio right now, the setting sucks because it's like 50, 60 degrees in the middle of the day. And then it's like, as soon as the sun goes down, it's like 20 degrees. And I don't run heat in my black car, which I probably should because it's not really that type of car anymore. But I used it in the thumbnail today because it's the epitome of pretty much what I'm about to talk about. And kind of maybe somewhere like a point of reference for people that are building their Fox bodies, maybe they can get to, you know what I mean? Because I know everybody has their own different ideas on what they want to do with their Fox bodies, but I know I could probably share the same passion with War Admiral, who's here. I mean, he's got one-off. He's got a handful of one-off shit on his car. And he's really, he's kind of a good. He's also, like myself, he's kind of a good point of reference of just like, how happy do you have to be to stop spending money on something? So not that it ever stops, but what's up, Mike Straminsky? What's up, Reggie Jackson? Trike for life. So anyways, I got a chance to drive it today, and, that's pretty much what sparked up the conversation with, street car, race car, light as might. Because that's really, you watch some of the other, some of the other stuff on YouTube, and, a lot of people use a lot of really fast cars as points of reference, and then they might judge a different car. And it's like we live in a day and age. It's like you got to make 1,000 wheel horsepower, or you got to make 750 or whatever. And that's an insane amount of horsepower for a street car, and that's a lot of horsepower for a race car. And it's just like we've gotten into the point with Fox bodies where that's like the norm, and it shouldn't be. I mean, with naturally as technology progresses, and you guys chime in on the chat and tell me what you think. But as technology progresses, this is a natural transition, right? So this is going to happen anyway. It started in 2000s when they came out with binary editor, where we could really start laying down some timing and fuel changes and stuff like that. And then, now we got more processing power in our watches than we ever had in the 90s and such. So, and I was just driving my car, and the chill ride video that I took the other week, which was kind of a lame video, but I mean, it pretty much showed you guys where I wanted to go with my black car. But honestly, and it's the reason why I use the thumbnail. It's like I have went on, you know, I've went down the path of being able to lean one side or the other. Full blown race car. Well, I got it to set to the way we can take the stuff off or change the car, make it look race, and then I could put everything back together. It takes me an hour, 30 minutes, and then it's a street car that doesn't have any stinky, smelly gas coming up into it, whatever. So, I mean, I'm not patting myself on the back. It's just, it's a point of reference that it's tough to get to a purposeful built Foxbody for a street and a purposeful built Foxbody for a track too. You know what I mean? It's a tough line. It's a tough life to live. I want 725, he says. What's up? That's a lot of horsepower. Catch you guys later. Just caught up later. We'll get caught up later. Okay. Got a fussy 4-year-old. I'll be on later. Okay. Anyways, long story short, that's where we're going with this. And I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. Like, you see the white car behind me. Right now we got the white car's hood. We're painting the hood, and we're painting an actual rear bumper as well. That's an old GT bumper. So we're going to go with like a Cobra bumper. And, you know, we're full weight, full interior for the most part on both my white and my black car. And we've been running, 9s with them. So I don't know. I want to see what you guys have to think. What do you think? I mean, some decisions we make on these Foxbodies will leave them on the stand. And that's the whole purpose today. That's what I want to talk about. Maybe we can get a top 5. What are the top 5 things that's going to keep your Foxbody on jack stands? And I'll lead off with saying probably one of the things that I'd have to say is probably just, money, right? Money. Let's just go with money. Let's go top 10. What's the top 10 things that's going to keep your car on a jack stands if you're building a Foxbody? I'm 500 on boost, and it's a fun street car. That's right. Listen. Where you at? So I would say number 10, and it should be number 1, money. And this isn't in any particular order. Let's talk about money. I mean, there's ways to do budget building. There's ways to do, do things on the cheap Facebook marketplace. You can achieve, the sweet spot to me, I think is a sweet spot for Foxbodies. It's definitely right around about 400, 450, 500 wheel. You start getting above north of 500, the car starts getting uncontrollable. And spinning ain't winning, bro. Light is might and spinning ain't winning. And you can make all the horsepower in the world, but if your car can't put half that to the wheels, then you're going to lose to a well-built Honda. And ain't nothing wrong with Hondas. I know my buddies' Hondas around here make 400 or 500 horsepower, so they're pretty stout. So, money is an issue when you start thinking about some decisions with, your Foxbody. But there is budget, and there's cheap, and there's how-to ways to make really good horsepower, which I'm about to flip you guys for a loop on Dad's car in the next couple of weeks, whatever. But what's up, Gary? What's up, Time? Time's a good one. So we got Whiteboard. It's the Whiteboard. Time. So what could we do to rectify money is budget, cheap, mods. Speaking of money, it's the reason why I did, the FMU series on my dad's car. Now I got a lot of I got a little bit of hate from some people in chat. Some people that just come through that's never really been in the channel for the most part. Well, you can get a clapped out LS and run make NA blah 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 power. And I'm like, that's great, but that's not a stock 302. So I don't care about those types of swaps. I wanted to show what you could do with an FMU to get your car off the jack stand. So what did we learn from Dad's car thus far? And this is going in that money category, is I was able to take an old cheap mod in stock parts, and I was able to make good horsepower, stroker style horsepower on a pretty much a stock block, stock motor. Now, you guys seen it was lean, right? Well, that's a GT40 motor, flip pistons. It's got a Cobra cam in it, so it's got a little bit more air flowing than a normal factory motor would be. But an FMU, like if you're thinking about just jumping in the game and having a little bit of fun with your Foxbody, one really smart way to do it would be to pick up an FMU, pick up a turbo kit, and start putting it on the car and mod it from there. You see what I'm talking about? So you would mod it and build the car around your turbo kit and have freaking fun with your Foxbody. Does it make sense? Like everyone's like, oh, don't do an FMU, don't do an FMU. Bro, do an FMU, 12-to-1, 19-pound injectors, make 325 freaking horsepower. You don't even have to tune the damn thing. Make 325, 350 horsepower and put some wheels on the car, go out there and enjoy the shit out of it because it's gonna feel fast, it's gonna be fun. Your T5 will probably be fine. You see where I'm getting at with the money and the budget and the jack stands, blah, blah. Don't end up like me behind this here. See this right here? Nah, man, that's a whole nother marriage right there. That's a joke. Let me go through some of the chat. Tim Barisic, I appreciate the super chat, man. Thanks for supporting the channel, my dude. I do appreciate you. 500 horsepower is a lot for the street. That is correct. 500 horsepower is plenty for the street. Plenty. That's burning tires in all 4 gears for the most part. Bill Pace, what's up? Changing your mind halfway through will keep it on the stands. That's right. So I'm going to say, I'm going to double back with that. Is better. So 1,000 horsepower is better for a big tire. That's correct. Changing your mind halfway through. So number 8 would be well, let's talk about number 9, time. So we put number 8, we put change plans. God bless it. There we go. Y'all like that whiteboard, don't you? So let's talk about changing plans first. So changing plans is definitely something, I call it chasing the number. Plans always change because, you know, you always trying to chase your buddy. You know, this car goes this fast. That car goes that fast. And you see this stuff on YouTube. You see this stuff on the street. You're like, oh, I want to go that fast. Oh, I need to make this much horsepower to go that fast. You start chasing a number. You know, when you change plans, then you're doing it wrong. Like you need to build your car, kind of like what I've done with the dad's car for the 15th time, not just in general, but it's getting to the point now to where you don't want to spend, you don't chase numbers. Don't keep trying to chase somebody or somebody else's dream or whatever they do with Foxbodies, because that's not where we're headed. You know what I mean? That's a rabbit hole. We talked about a rabbit hole a couple months ago or about a month ago or whatever. That is real. That rabbit hole your friends will push you into that rabbit hole faster than you can say, I'm falling into a hole. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like some Sparta stuff going on in 300. They will kick you into that hole trying to get you to go at 1090, trying to get you to go to 1190. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. You know, change of plans happen, but do not make a change of plans that's going to keep your car on the stand. Outside of a back order, I get it, but don't keep changing. Oh, while I'm in here, that's the famous phrase. Oh, while I'm in here, I might as well do this. How many of y'all said that? Don't lie. Don't lie. Y'all said that because I say that every damn week. We got you. MJP, appreciate, man. Appreciate you joining the channel, joining the membership, man. I appreciate you guys. Money's a big one. I think a lot of us guys chase the clout. I had a 408 on gas 15 years ago that made so many people poop. That's right. 408s are no joke, man. 408s are no joke. Tim, man, I appreciate that super chat with the fuel the fun for takeover. Hey, we're heading there, baby. We're heading there. What did Bama say? Number 1, your girlfriend not understanding your hobby. Ooh-wee. Family. Let's put girlfriends in with family, right? So number 7, family. Number 7, family. I'm in the wrong spot, I swear. So we didn't talk about time much, but that pretty much goes without saying. We're going to skip time because time is what it is. You know, having time to build a car and then having the motivation to build the car are two completely different things. Like, you almost have to do it. It's a tough ledge to try to balance, for sure. But time is definitely probably one of the biggest problems that we all have. You know what I mean? We all have that problem. And it's something that's hard to balance, for sure. But, you know, going back to family's probably one of the biggest ones. I'm following your dad's car, except supercharger, AFR heads and intake going with the FMU. Listen, that's all you need right now, Gary. Listen, I am not telling you, and this is off topic, and then we'll go back to family. I am not telling you to not put an FMU on, or I'm not telling you not to get tuned or buy a Terminator X. That is definitely what I'm telling you. If you're at the point to where money is an issue, and time for that matter, you can stick an FMU on the car, match it to the injector size, and you'll probably be able to go ahead and, you know, boogie on down the road a little bit in your car. Now, if you do boosted application to a speed density car, which this is probably, you know, this is probably a mass air car anyways, then make sure you put a check valve in between your map sensor and BAP sensor, whatever, and your upper intake. Try and get her involved in different aspects. Okay, so going back to family. What you mean you? I keep you on jack stands, cousin Paul? What you talking about? Scott Doyle, I appreciate the 199 super chat. Anything helps the channel, man. I appreciate it. Everything goes back into doing stuff for the channel. I do appreciate it. Love watching your videos. Love the info and confidence in the stock block. I'm putting together an on-3 kit currently with Terminator X. Nice. That should do good. Trying to do too much and losing desire to finish. Okay, so trying to do too much and losing desire to finish pretty much goes in with the change of plans, in my opinion. Goes in 8. Because what happens is when you start putting a Foxbody on the jack stands, you can pretty much, oh, I'm building this, I'm building this, and I'm building this. And then money becomes an issue, and then time becomes an issue, and then your family becomes an issue. You see where we're going with this? Like, it's not only just a rabbit hole, but like, if your car becomes a jack stand queen, you might be there for a long time. You know, and I'm telling you, it's every time. It gets you every time, you know. While I'm in here, I'm going to change that. Otherwise, so I don't have to take it back apart. Unless it's internal on the engine, do it. Good one. MJP, took a while, but I finally joined. Man, I appreciate you joining, my man. I just said it 10 minutes ago when I took the tire off the paint. Took the tire off to paint the wheel well. I did that today, the spindle swap. Might as well change these ball joints. If they're not bad, why? Yeah, money, this inflation thing. Yeah, so this inflation thing's been hurting everybody. What's up, Daniel Robinson? Good to see you, my man. Got a chance to see him this weekend at Summit Racing. While I'm in here is my biggest fault. My car has, listen, that is the biggest lie that you can tell yourself when building a damn Foxbody. The biggest lie. I'm going to put that on the damn board by itself. This is the biggest lie that you can tell yourself. While I'm in here, no bullshit. Number 6, while I'm in here. That's the biggest lie in the world. Now, if you have money and you have time, you can do that shit, right? But then family gets in the way, even if you have money and time. It's like you got to pick a couple and this is it. Like, you could have money but no time. That means you got to take it to the shop and have them fix it or them do it. It's ridiculous. Trying to keep the BS, trying to keep up with BS social media standards. So I would think that would pretty much go under, you know, like a War Admiral. That would go under like a change of plans, because it's like everybody tries to meet that standard. See, nobody sees the struggle. Nobody actually sees the struggle with money. Nobody actually sees the struggle with, you know, with like family and time, all the shit we're talking about. Nobody sees that. And all social media, all you see on social media is you know, these really cool like angles of your car, and this car running an 8 or a 7 or setting records for stick shift or anything. And nobody sees the struggle to get there. And that's what I'm telling you. We live in a world where everybody's got a camera and everybody's got a phone, and they can upload and go live and do literally everything and just take up distracting time away from your family and your car build and stuff like that. And then it starts getting in your head. You know what I mean? It's just like, while I'm in here. And like I said, you know what? We made like 340, 320 to the wheels with Dad's car on the GT40 motor. I didn't give a shit. I don't care. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm going to tell you, the next dyno video is going to be a lot better. But, you know, that's coming this week. But that's what I'm talking. That's an example of what I'm talking about. That car wasn't built, and I haven't done all the mods, and me and Cousin Paul and Cousin Fred haven't done all the mods to that car to try to keep up with the standard. You see what I mean? And that's what you should do with your Foxbody. Because how many times are you going to roll up next to a Hellcat or a Demon driving down the street? Well, in my area, no, never. But, you know, I get it in the other areas. Let me catch up with chat here, guys. Definitely lucked out on the family being involved. Yeah, you know what? That's huge. You know, somebody had said that earlier. That's why I put family on there. When your girlfriend ain't down with the hobby, when your wife isn't down with the hobby, which I had that issue in my life, you know, when you have family members that aren't interested in what you have doing and what you're passionate about, then all that's going to do is just kind of, you know, kill the hobby for you. And since my hobby is my job, and these Fox bodies and my Fox bodies are my, you know, are like part of my family, then, you know, that was a hard thing for me to swallow. So, what's going on? Oh, knowledge. That's a good one. Good one. Zeddy, Focky. I'm not saying something funny. Zeddy, yeah, whatever. Knowledge. So knowledge would definitely be number 5. Now, that's the reason why we do a lot of the stuff like we did with Dad's car, and now we do the how-to videos. Those how-to videos aren't meant to get thousands and thousands and thousands of views, because they're not. I don't do them for that reason. I do them because that'll be a base for my channel. It'll be like the cement that I build on. That's just because I know what I'm talking about. I've done this mod. I've done this upgrade in the Fox bodies. I don't know how many times, and I've seen advanced problems like, you know, like installing control arms. You know, I don't put the control arm bolts back in that they give you in them kits. I put my own 10.9 hardened steel ones in because I know they will bend at 500, 600 horsepower. You know, you're dumping some clutches and stuff. So hang on a second. Let me get down here. Auto Fox, I appreciate the $4.99 super sticker, man. I appreciate you supporting the channel, my dude. And Carlos Rivera, you as well. $20, man. Guys, I appreciate it when you guys you know, donate to the channel. It really does help the channel do things. It helps me go to these events because that's where a majority of it goes. It helps to give the, you know, Fox Days of Christmas and the you know, we're gonna do like a little Patriot giveaway for the 4th of July, little 4 presents or whatever. So it does help the channel, and it does help to do cool things like that. So. And we got a new member as well. Cody, I appreciate you joining the membership channel. There actually is a short up right now that you can watch about a throttle body that I was messing with earlier. So check that out. Guys, I appreciate all y'all. Let me get back. I mean, I got a bunch of chat to catch up. I'm trying to get it all, guys. If you got the money and the time, someone else is probably doing it for you. That's right. Because family's got you over in a baseball field, whatever. What's up, Funky 5-0? If the car's fault is making me buy it, that's right. Tearing too much car down at once and getting overwhelmed, money, life, family. And that's exactly what we're talking about. Facts, Dan. Nobody has any idea what's going on. Listen, that is the biggest lie that you can tell yourself as a Fox body owner. Don't fall in the rabbit hole chasing clout, changing plans, and saying, while I'm in here, I might as well do this really cool mod that nobody else did on social media. I'll do that. Dude, my black car has original paint. You can ask Cousin Paul. Half of it's faded. You've got you know, a handful of you have seen it at Foxtoberfest, and it ain't pretty. Like, it looks nice. It's shiny. It's original paint. It ain't pretty. And, you know, it's due to get a paint job because I want to make it the channel car that's like the street car and the race car and like the built not bought thing of the channel that makes really good horsepower. I could take it to the track on a 9-second pass, full weight. You see what I mean? That's where I got into the whole thumbnail that you see. F social media work. That's right. That's right. And War Admiral probably is the epitome of that change. He's probably the epitome of that clout chase. Like, I don't know if you've seen the inside of his car. Much like I would have to say Blue Oval Media's. Like, I got a chance to ride in Kenny Sean's car, and like the attention to detail that he has actually inside of his car as well is just as impressive as it is outside. So there's a couple of these cars out there that are just immaculate, you know, for being driven. And, you know, Foxy Brown, seeing all these cars up close and personal, you know, it's just heavenly. It's beautiful. So, and I'm not just there, you know, trying to pat him on the back or whatever. I'm just saying that is the 100% truth. Friends will spend your money faster than you can. Absolutely. So here's how friends can spend money. Chasing your friends will make you spend money. You know, wanting to run 9s, wanting to run 8s, chasing a number. Some of you guys may never see that the track, which is perfectly fine. You know, you have to literally, you know, build a race car to do street car shit, or build a street car to do race car shit. That's just the way it is. I mean, if you want to, you know, you want to keep up with the way social media's got it going, it's ridiculous. All right, moving on. Mustang Chris, trying to get an 08 500 brakes on a 95, hit a snag, didn't figure it out, and stopped trying. Got busy at work. See? Work should go with time, but we're going to put that with time. Work. So work is definitely number, you know, we're going to talk about with time. Now, the funny thing is work will get you every time, because then you got to do some overtime stuff to make more money for your project build and your Foxbody, and then you go buy these parts and then they're on back order. It's exactly the reason why I say just put your shit together, drive it, enjoy your Foxbody. So what's going to happen, and this is what's happened over the 20 years that we've been messing around with Foxbodies. This is the ultimate failure. You know, you get it on it. You know how many Foxbodies I bought on a jack stand or sitting on a trailer because it got pushed out of the garage because something else went in? And all it really needed to do was finish the front suspension and change the wiring or something. You know, I mean, extensive work, but, you know, I get so many people tell me, you know, that I got Foxbodies from, that, you know, hey, I got a family now. You know, I don't have extra money to spend on the car. And I bet you if they were actually driving the car and not trying to chase drag racing people or trying to make a race car, a street car, a race car, because that's where they really spend the money, I'm pretty sure that they probably would never be selling that Foxbody. Determination. That's why I'm single with no kids but the Foxbodies. Man. What's up, Rattletrap Fox? Good to see you. I really appreciate the how-to videos, myself being the first-time Foxbody owner of these cars. That's right. So I mean, that's why, you know, to some people, you know, these videos may be a little bit boring on the how-to. Some of us have been past that. Some of us have Foxbodies that don't require, you know, how-to basic mods, you know, because they've already been swapped with, you know, an aftermarket block, a modular, or a Coyote. Or, you know, they've already had upgraded Willwood brakes, stuff that's kind of like top tier. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, you know, because Foxbodies probably have the most, you know, probably has the longest laundry list of parts versus pretty much any car. What's up, Mustang Guy 6501? Scott Doyle, I appreciate you hitting me up again with that super sticker, $4.99, man. I appreciate you a lot. Planning on dragging B&G out, maybe heading up your way to do some racing. So B&G is the kit, or because I love B&G kit. Brian did a really good job with that kit. Yeah, War Admiral's car is effing beautiful, but I can probably tell you he probably loses sleep at night sometimes trying to keep it up, you know, because Tom's car is pretty top of the line ish. And, you know, it's, you know, I say ish because there's a lot of really nice Fox bodies, but he's in a small group of people at the top that literally every inch of his car has to be perfect. And he may have the work and the money to do it and just be in the time to try to tinker with it. But he does have a good guy that's pretty good at modifying as well. So, you know, shout out to his car. But there's just a number of just cars that are just top tier, like Mario. You guys know Mario, I think it's Pineda. That's it's on blue ovals with the Bimini blue notch. Just the same thing. Just the absolute top tier of what horsepower street and race could look like. And it's just an amazing looking car. And it's just to the inch perfect. You see what I'm saying? So, but that doesn't come with God only knows how much stress, you know, weather, chips, nicks, you know, OCD, attention to detail. I'm a military guy, so that's big to me. So you know, shout out to those guys that actually do that. And I can probably tell you that they probably lose sleep, you know, keeping that car as mint as possible, man. It's an ongoing addiction. That's right. I'm in the 9s, but I also run an 8th working on the 8s. Nice. What we got here? I'm trying to catch up, guys. I apologize if I miss you on something. It's an ongoing addiction, especially when your friends are single and got money. You have family and no time, money. Listen, man, that's when you put a bunch of nitrous on something that costs a third of their shit and you gap them. That's the best part. Like, I have plenty of friends. I got my buddy Pat Turchin. Like, Pat works his butt off. You know what I mean? And his notch is just, it's not a dedicated street car or strip car, but it kind of is. And literally, that dude was running like 930s on a stock bottom end, cheap aluminum heads on a self-built turbo kit. Amazing. It's the budget brawler black one. And you know what? He's like, this is what I like to do. It doesn't cost a lot of money for me, and I'm able to keep it up. And I appreciate that stuff like you wouldn't believe. What's up, Alberto? I'm trying to keep up, guys. All right, I think I got it. So we're keeping with it. So we got money, budget, cheap, time and work, right? Change of plans, family, while I'm in here, in knowledge. So you guys give me some more. Give me some more. What's some other stuff that'll keep you on jack stands? That's not obvious. Telling you, man, I could talk about this stuff all night, man. And you know, my black car, and I'll let the chat load up, but my black car is literally right where I want it. Like, I drove it the last week or so because we had like this little Indian summer here in Ohio. And, you know, obviously it's turning into spring. I don't really, but it's, you know, it's rainy and crappy and cold at night. But like, I could change my wheels, take my wing off, take my light out right where my turbo is, and go run a 9, and then come back, put my stuff back together, especially the exhaust piece that keeps the exhaust out of the car. And it's full weight. I mean, I could put somebody in the back seat. I got a spare in the back. I haven't lightened up my black car on purpose at all. If anything, I've added several hundred pounds with the cage and the turbo kit and the exhaust and stuff like that. But I sat back and I looked at it this year and I said, you know what? The car runs amazing. I ain't doing shit to it. I'm going to paint it. I'm going to make it nice. I'm going to do the trim on it. I'm going to put street drag radial tires. That's coming up. I just got some from Dan Robinson. So shout out or not Dan Robinson, but I got some from Summit Racing, and shout out for him for locating them for me. I'm going to build a turbo kit on stands. Then I'm going to do a B&G kit. That's right. So I also got while I was there, Dan Robinson hooked me up with, he sold me the, at Summit, I got a new AEM wideband, and we got the better sensors so I could set that up. We bought street drag radials while we were there last Saturday or whatever. So you guys got to check that out. There's a video coming up. Getting ahead of yourself, making more money for you in the long can hurt you. So getting ahead of yourself, making more work for you. Okay, so getting ahead of yourself, making more work for you in the long run can hurt you. That's right. I just want to be Cam money. No wheels, I will keep you on jack stand. So, no wheels. Well, you're silly boy. Keeping your goals realistic. Goals. Woo. Realistic goals. Yes. I like that one. Now, realistic goals can kind of be topped into while I'm in here. Because, listen, just because your Foxbody makes 1,000 horsepower or makes, 700 or 600 horsepower doesn't mean that, it's gonna respond with that. You know what I mean? Like a Foxbody needs to be built to be able to handle horsepower. So we're talking anti-roll bar, panhard bars. We're talking welded subframes. We're talking torque box reinforcements, welded tubes. We're talking 9-inch ends and or C-clip eliminators, spools, big axles. You see what I mean? Big clutches, big transmissions, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. The funnest part about doing Fox bodies is my dad's build, to be honest with you. I have so much fun with stupid half the horsepower that my black car is. And you see it in the videos. I just have a blast. I go out there and beat the snot out of it. If it breaks, it's stock. I'll just build another one right there for a couple $100. No big deal. I break my black car. Not only are we on back order now, but geez. Imperfect believer. Let's see what he says. Yeah, man, my dilemma is whether I should run electric fuel pump and return on a 460 so I can run nitrous. Bro, run it. 460 all day. What's up, Harvey Crowley? It's good to see you, man. I met Harvey this past weekend. With no bracing, they just sexy metal trash cans. So, yeah, that shake all over the street. So, for those of you just joining us, we are doing a whiteboard. This is where we're at. So, money will keep your car on jack stands. Time and work, obviously, change of plans, and that's clout chasing. I'm gonna put clout chasing. Change of plans is clout chasing. Somebody said it earlier. I think War Admiral did. Clout chasing. Oh. Somebody said social media. So maybe we should put that on there by itself. I just sprayed my hand over all these. Ridiculous. Realistic goals. Somebody said social media, but I think that's more clout chasing anyways. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. What do you guys think? Mine's on wheels and tires, but they're flat and engines apart. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm too ambitious. Not doing what you need to do is going, okay. You guys get a chance to check out the old Funky 50. He goes live stream on Friday nights. He's got a little Foxbody channel. Got a couple Foxbodies. Got to have more than one. Wait. At Hanlon, yeah, it was your father. Okay, so this weekend was new trans converter and CO2 installed. So you're coming right along, George. There you go. Shortage of parts because no one wants to work anymore. Yes. So back order. So let's put back order on here now. So we're going to put back order on the old whiteboard. Number 3. I mean, we're just going to do 10 or whatever. These aren't in any particular order, obviously, because money would probably be the number 1 one. The back order is a tough one, and that's exactly why, if you see Facebook Marketplace, it has blowed up. Amazon, eBay, it just blowed up because people can't get any parts. Like AFR's off like 6 months, and it's perfect timing for me to have my black and my white car just drivable, and I'm happy with them. Actually, the only thing we're missing, like I said, the hoods, we're painting the hood right now on a bumper. So that's why it's off, because if you remember, it was like a primer. But the only thing I'm waiting on is for Precision to release the bigger housing for my turbos. So then I go back and I'll retune. We'll make different horsepower than we did. And literally, that's where we're at with the black car and the white car. And that's why I'm having so much fun with Dad's car. It always says stay in your lane. When you start getting into things that's above level, yeah, that goes with knowledge. So knowledge is a big one as well. And that's why, not being able, don't dig yourself too deep into a hole. Pay the people or pay somebody or whatever. I mean, I've always been a stickler for trying to learn, though. If you're gonna fail, then fail forward. That way you don't go backwards. You're gonna fail and you just get up and try again. If your turbo kit, that's why I'm preaching this little turbo kit, 5 or 6 pounds of boost, FMU, whatever injector matched to it, just get your car running. Have some fun, have a little boost, whatever. Mine's been down 2 months, engine at machine shop, heads hopefully to be there next week, just collecting parts. Sean Inman, I have interior out of mine, down to the floor pans, cleaning and dyeing all the panels. That's a big project. Now, see, that's a good project that doesn't really cost you money, but costs you more time than anything. Like when you're interior dyeing or changing an interior, that's definitely something you got to take your time with, because you got to make sure that the panels are clean and you got to make sure that you prep them correctly. And if you buy the right paint, you'll have no problem transitioning. Oh, what's he say? The wrong canvas starting point of car will keep you on the jack stands. Wow. For instance, I have a sentimental value, but too far gone. That's a good one, man. Now, I think that's where Cousin Paul is with his car, and Sandy, his wife, who's the video lady for the channel. She's one of them. And she, she has Smurf, the Smurf car, the blue one. That's where it kind of got to. The car, their car, obviously work, time, money, all that stuff has involved. But, I've been kind of, helping push forward, trying to make sure things are getting in time frames. And Cousin Paul literally in a dark, cold garage with Sandy has literally we took a shell from one of the Foxbodies that we had, and he had to cut up his old car because it was just too far gone, man. The sentimental value was holding him back. I live in an area that can't fix it. You're not really screwed. That's when you start buying your own tools and start building them yourself. But I get it, though. I'm stuck not knowing which way to build the car right now. Okay, so Fat Boy Fox, so you'd be a perfect example. Where are you at right now with your car build? Yeah, interior stripping from somebody who used dollar paint. What's up, Turbo Man 351? So, guys, that's where we're at today with this live stream. Street car, race car, it really doesn't really matter. What's holding you back? Decisions that you're making on these Fox bodies may be something that may keep your car on the jack. I'm telling you what's going to happen. You're going to stare at that car sitting on a freaking jack stand, or sitting there with no wheels, or sitting there with no motor, and you're honestly going to do what? Stare at it and give up. And that's what I keep trying to. I got 3 Fox bodies running. We're about to fix Cousin Fred's floor pan and his white Fox. Cousin Paul and Sandy are about to try to bring in, the Smurf mobile that we just did a shell on. My Fox bodies by midsummer, all of them will be running. And they may not be optimal, but they're all going to be running. And it's just, that's where we want to be. Nothing's down no more. Like, you build it, then you take it back apart. You build it, and then you take it back apart. Off topic, thoughts of the new NHRA rule not needing a roll cage 2014 newer cars until they're running faster than I know. That's a BS. No, that's BS. I mean, I get that, that you should, that's a safety issue. That car runs 9.0s and flips up on its lid, they'll change that in a hurry. with as much content of yourself, Brutal, and I, and all the good channels put out, there's no reason with anybody time tools. That's right. Carlos Pimento just picked up an original body 81 in Hubbard yesterday, less than 99K, black on black leather. Wow. Yeah, it's got the old 200. That's a straight 6, a straight. Yeah, that's a straight 6, isn't it? Working on other people's cars and or other projects. There you go. Building other cars. I knew there was some more out there. Building other. We all got them friends, bros. Building other projects. Number 2. Like I said, this isn't in particular order. Building other people's shit. Bro, can you help me put my anti-roll bar on? Bro, can you help me put this on? Can you put that on? That kind of goes with time and work, but do they, help you on your build? You know what I mean? Oh, that's a big one, dude. Good one. Bro, it's going to be like, we're going to go into A's. Place to work on. That's actually probably number 1 to be anyways. Outside of money and time, place to work on it. That's huge. Guys, I mean, I've changed motors in a driveway full of rocks. I get it. That's a good one, man. Shit. That is a good one. Self and life evaluation is so important and how really, that's right. Weather and place to work on. Yep. So it's kind of funny how that goes in with time and how much it screws it up. Because they go from not having enough time to, okay, I'm ready to work on it. And your Foxbody is never ready for you to work on it. Like, it's never convenient. Like, you have to do it. The hardest part, it's like working out. Like when you go to the gym or you go to run or whatever. I don't know how many of you guys are in fitness or whatever. But it's like 3/4 of the battle is actually getting to the gym. And like 80%, 90% of working on your Foxbody is literally just getting started. I mean, I worked myself to death last weekend. I'm going to be honest with you. I worked myself to death last week on Dad's car, getting it finished and doing these. I did a video, which we just released Friday. It wasn't really popular, but I did a whole bunch of shit to it. And that stuff took me all weekend. It took me 20+ hours and a ton of editing just to get it, show you the video and to get the Pops car to the point that I wanted to get it at. But it's at the point to where, you just getting out and doing your Foxbody, even when the weather's good, like there's never a compromise. So it's never like a convenience thing. So that's another problem that we'll have when working on these Foxbodies is it's never convenient because you got to actually work on something. It almost feels like work. So you can't really say, oh, I'm going to get this done, I'm going to get that done. You just got to go do it. Like, you can't just say, oh, I'm going to install my new intake this week. Don't say that. Just go do it. Like, I'm going to do it here, here, and here. Because you might drop a bullet in the heads, and then you got to spend 3 hours fishing it out. Ask me how I know that. Do you have a Contour fan video by chance? I do with my Hot Wheels. I really need to revisit that. Literally, I can tell you, run 2 relays, 2 key-on switches on your factory harness. If you're running a Terminator X, you could use them as inputs. You could run, I run on my Contour fans on the Project Hot Wheels, which is like the budget way of doing it. Is I got a key-on source to where the old Smog used to be in a relay and a power source straight from the alternator for the left fan. And then I got the key-on source from the AC and a power source from the battery for that relay for pretty much this relay setup, just like we do with the pump video. You see what I mean? So it's way easier to tear. Sorry. Okay. My car currently is on jack stands and all the interior's out and been dyed. I have all the new rubber brake hosing and stuff like that. So here's one. Here's one y'all gonna like. Now, this kind of goes with while I'm in here, so I'll put that there. Doing too much at once. Doing too much at once. My penmanship sucks, but I still passed English. Anyways, just like he was just saying here, my car is currently on jack stands, and prioritizing projects is my 2 cents. Getting in there and getting too many things that you're trying to do at once will kill your project. The car will sit on jack stands. You'll stare at it. You'll look at it. You'll Facebook Marketplace, and it'll be gone on a trailer. If you like Foxbody that much, if you like your Foxbody, regardless of what it looks like, if it's a good project to do, start, finish, tinker with, just make it run. Like, do you guys think in the 50s and the 60s these guys were sitting on jack stands? Hell no. Light is might. So they were probably stripping their cars to try to race each other in a damn grease video. You see what I mean? They weren't waiting. Bro, they were building badass motors, and then they give a shit about everything else. Let me tell you something that might make you feel a little bit better, especially for your Foxbody. I have my black Foxbody has been running 9s for a while. You know, it runs 10s, it runs 9s, it runs whatever I want it to. But I never upgraded the brakes on it. Like, you might say to yourself, well, you're crazy, Dan. I am. I did put the good rotor, drilled slotted rotors on there. I think they were like a power stop or something. And the factory calipers were in great condition. And I put really good brake pads in the front, but that's really all I've done. And I've had no problem stopping at 100, 140. It starts getting a little sketchy, getting 145 plus, but we're talking about factory brakes. Like, is that dumb? Yeah, I got Cadillac brakes sitting over here that I'm ready to put on it, right? That's for a video. But I didn't stop driving my car or even racing it because I had brake problems. See what I mean? I would stand on them a little bit, but that wasn't stopping me, man. I wasn't stopping me. So if that tells you anything about getting your shit done, you know, putting on too many projects, you know, I always had things. Safety is my #1 priority in the paint now for black car, the turbo car, you know, in whatever. We talked about that in my chill video. So that's where we're at with that. I mean, I want to put the brakes on there. I'm going to build my car now because it's proven itself to me. I know what it can do. I know what it's capable of. I know where it's been, and it's part of my life now. So I'm about to do that again here with my white car. We're about to go through the rabbit hole again. It's already good to go. You see what I mean? My car's already good to go. I'm waiting on the housing. We're going to paint the hood, which is in the middle of. We're going to send it. We're going to tickle 890s on this car. We're going to freaking try. Now, I got brakes in this car. I'll be able to stop this car. But all the best parts are in here. You know, the black car's got really, really good parts, and it's equivalent to this car, but it's more of my street car. Anyways, if that doesn't make you it gives you any sort of recognition of what I'm trying to tell you, like, don't wait on shit. You know what I mean? Oh, I got to do the brakes. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. Man, I built that car, that black car, from one part after the other. Once I started getting into the boost part of it, then it just went from engine, race, drive around town, transmission, race, drive around town. Oh, I got to upgrade the axle because I broke an axle. Oh, race, drive it around town. Never stopped me. Always was running for the most part. Lewis, I appreciate you for becoming a member, man. If you guys check that join button out, if you're interested in supporting the channel for a month, 2 months, 6 months, I don't know. I appreciate everybody. Slow Fox 989, what's going on, my dude? Neo said, hold my beer, safety third. Yeah, dude. Safety is not like, yeah, my black car has no business running the times that it does. I mean, not with the brakes. I mean, hell, it's got a 31 spline axle. That's not strong enough for 750 wheel. Come on. What are we doing? But you know what? If we break an axle, it's got clip eliminators on it. I'm not worried about it. It'll just break it, and I'll just go put it in the trailer. Not a big deal. We got here. Did new front shocks today and grease some sliders. Okay. And don't be afraid, guys. Don't be afraid to build. Just build your car and send it. Just build your car and send it. I got a surprise for you guys coming up with Dad's car. Like we got the new dyno video coming up. You're going to really dig that. And I got a surprise after that we're going to try. And then I got another surprise after that we're going to try. Some cool shit. I mean, for me at least. I'm having fun with it, whether it's 100 views or 10,000 views. We're going to have some fun with it. We're not going to sit here and bullshit you. You know what I mean? Dad's car's brakes are terrible. Like I got drilled and slotted rotors. You could ask Cousin Paul. I got drilled and slotted rotors, the same ones that I got on my black car that runs 9s. You know, it's capable of stopping a car that runs 9s. That's basically what I'm saying. And I got new calipers and new brake pads because Dad's car is a hot freaking mess with the brakes. Hot mess, bro. Have you always had a loop when you broke an axle? Yes. Have you always had the loop when you broke an axle? You talking about the brace bar? Lewis, I haven't started to do brake hoses yet. Man, I still got Fox. Listen, I get it. You'd be surprised on how much you can get away with factory parts. You guys would be surprised. I mean, we live in a world where, you know, coyote swap is the meta. That's a good word. You know, doing, you know, you can do some exotic swaps like the GT500 and the Terminator. Definitely good swaps. You know, the 7.3 Godzilla's on the way up. Isn't there like a 351 that's coming out? Whatever. These swaps are like, you know, they're there. I'm not going to talk about the other one because we don't talk about that. But you'd be surprised at what you can get away with stock motor. You can be surprised what you get away with just a stock Foxbody. And that's why I keep pushing the FMU thing. The FMU thing is the answer to you guys that are staring at me on this computer or on this phone right now, saying to yourself, well, I got this turbo kit or I got the supercharger kit, but, you know, I need injectors and I need a pump and I need a tuner and I need this. No, man, don't need all that shit. Just put the FMU on, drive it, love it again, figure it out later. Oh, I did that. Appreciate you, Lewis. Appreciate you, Lewis. Daniel Robinson, I always overbuild the street car, so it's kind of reliable. There you go. Why does no one ever talk about the Crown Vic calipers on Fox bodies anymore? Why doesn't anybody ever talk about the SN95 fuel rails? Oh, you talking about the, I get it, the, come on. Yeah, the safety loop. Yeah, I don't have the safety loop on my black or my white car, but I will now because I'm going to take my spacer out of my T56 and I'm going to put the loop in because I got a loop from Stifler's, 2 of them. So safety loop is very important. But I've never broke a U-joint because I've always had the high performance U-joints. Like you don't mess around with that shit, especially at least in the front. You know, you don't mess around. You got to have when you start making power, you know, people think, oh, I'm going to buy this 31 spline yoke, cast iron, I'm going to make 1,000 wheel. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. You better call up Inland Empire tomorrow or Hamlin Motorsports. You better get your ass a forged yoke. Because ask me how I know. I'll go show you 4 of them that are bent. All the spines are bent inside, the cast irons. Don't buy cast iron yokes. You'll be redoing that drive shaft. Went to prep yesterday, lit a fire under my ass to get the car done. Both of them. Safety loop. Okay, so drive shaft, safety loop. Landon Melton. Well, you guys, I'll see you next time. Have a good night. Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping in, Landon. I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, drive shaft, safety loop. We actually need to install them. That's one of the things that I got to pull the car up because we're actually doing a video this week on the white car on something that can get you hurt if you don't pay attention to it. Shout out to a kid I helped raise, David, graduated boot camp Marine. Hey man, shout out to him, dude. Tell him I appreciate his service. Always a military man, always. Any idea where I can find bushings and vibration dampener on the rear end? Bushings for the vibration dampener. Can't find them anymore. You talking about the ones on the weight? On the weight? Food Stamp Fox, what's up, Neil? You know anybody who switched to Priest 86 dash for a newer one? I do not, but Fox, to be honest with you, Fox bodies are pretty interchangeable. Not so much the plugs, but if you were to get like a donor car that run all the harnesses from a different year car. I mean, literally it's standalone. You just need grounds. Yeah, I'm going for 600 horsepower blown 331 on a World Products block, full Team Z, K member, drag, Barry E, arms. All right. What did I say? Any idea? Okay, so I don't know where they even have those bushings anymore, to be honest with you. That's something that you guys could do to your Fox bodies. It's really important if you're keeping them stock. What he was just talking about was bushings. We're talking, I just give you, and you can write them all down or whatever, but the upper axle, 8.8 axle, has these 2 bushings for your control arms. And of course, your control arm bushings, there's like 8 of those. Your front control arm bushings that ride on the K member. What other body bushings are we talking about? I think that's pretty much it. But that'll definitely, the rack bushings. Rack bushings, where your rack is mounted to. You could tighten your car up steering wise and control wise, and just by changing those bushings to like polyurethane or like a nice bushing, and it would make worlds of difference in the way it rides. Trust me. I'm kind of breaking stuff. I kind of like breaking stuff. It means I'm using the car. Yeah, I get that, man. Breaking everything. So again, going back to the topic, man, there's so many things that'll keep your car on a jack stand. And I probably got a wrong thumbnail for this, but a lot of the things that we do to these Fox bodies, and I'm going to preach about that, is, we make decisions based off, what's probably one of the #1 things that Fox bodies are known for? Racing. They're known for street credibility. They're known for, being fast. You know what I mean? You don't know. You could roll up on a Fox body. Who was showing me a Fox body? Oh, I was watching Tip, the Infamous Projects video the other day, and he had a reef blue notch, and it was in his video. And that thing is nasty. And you would never know that car was nasty because it's sitting on ponies and it looks stock. You see what I mean? So, it's kind of like you're trying to balance street and you're trying to balance race, and we make decisions that probably aren't the best decision for your Fox body, period. LMR stopped selling the EGR deletes. Anyone know where I can get one? I'm not sure. Hillbilly Deluxe. What's your opinion on aluminum flywheels paired with aluminum drive shaft? I do not like aluminum flywheels. Steel billet. Aluminum drive shafts I like. Big weight savings. But yeah, it's at the point to where, you start calculating your money. Money always goes away with family. And if you don't have enough time, usually you have money, but then your family gets involved. But if family doesn't get involved, and this is how we're going to go down this list. Usually when you have money, then you have no time. And usually when you have money and time, you always change plans to clout chase. And if you never change plans and don't clout chase, and you don't have no money, you have time, then your family takes it over. So you say to yourself, okay, well, I got money, I got time. While I'm in here, let's change plans. Oh, here comes family again. You see what I'm saying? So you got to have realistic goals. You got to have the knowledge to avoid back order and building. What is it? What was that? See what we did there? It's pretty awesome, isn't it? So it's always something. The whole point of this whole damn video, this whole damn live stream, was it's always something. Like if your car's on the jack stands, I'm not hating on you. If your car's sitting on a trailer half apart, I'm not hating on you. What I am hating on is the fact that I want you to realize that it's never convenient to put your car back together. Like this is just like a metaphor for life. It's never like convenient to do something like that takes time or money or headache for that matter. Because, you got to have a place to work on it, right? That's a big problem. And, weather permitting, I mean, I'm ready to work on it on Friday, but it's freaking raining. You get up on Saturday and your buddies want to go do something, want to play video games, don't want to work on a Fox body. It's never convenient. It's never convenient. So, I mean, it's just always something. And you get to a point with your Fox body that you just want to just Get out of here. Just get out of my face. The best thing for you to do with a Foxbody when you get to that point of just no return is just put a cover over it and forget about it. The worst thing you can do is sell it to somebody who's probably going to part it out anyways if it's got a bunch of good parts and it's half done. You know, it's just they're not going to do anything right to it. They're not going to have the same, you know, the same vision that you had. You know what I'm saying? So, oh yeah, well, since we're in here, let's go ahead and yeah, that's exactly why that's on the list. While we're in here, I can relate to that list. That's right, Larry. We all relate to this list. Don't sit there and hide wherever you're watching this live stream, man. Don't sit there and hide and act like this doesn't relate to you, because this relates to everybody. And it doesn't even have to be Foxbodies. It could be any of your cars that you're watching that you guys are. It's the passion for doing what we do. Dad's Cars combo is right up my alley. I wish I would have knew about the FMU when I had a turbo 94. Definitely got me thinking about another turbo build. So, like I was saying earlier, you know, with the FMU, going to what you're saying, Lewis, the FMU is not optimal. Let me tell you that right now. Does it work? Yes. Does it work? Obviously, it works pretty good. On a bone stock motor, a 12-to-1 FMU with 19-pound injectors, on an entry-level Vortec Pro Charger P600B, even a self-made turbo kit and or on-3 turbo kit, dude, you're going to have a monster amount of fun. Keep it around 5 or 6 pounds of boost. It's not a lot. You run your new FMU. You can put 24s in if you want, if you got mass air, because they got a 10-to-1 disc you can put in there. You know, like I said, shout out to Donnie B over at Anderson Ford Motorsports. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. He's probably hiding in chat here somewhere anyways. So he'd be the guy to get a hold of, because me and him shoot ideas off the wall all the time. And that's one of my surprises for you. So coming up this week. FMU is a Band-Aid. You are correct. And that's exactly what I'm telling you. I'm preaching FMU to those guys who don't have the money for $1,000 injectors, who don't have the, don't have the ability to buy, have a tuner, Terminator X. It's a Band-Aid to help get your car running. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I like running an FMU on Dad's car. It just runs. It doesn't skip a beat. But like I said, it's not optimal. Let's see whose car is on Jack Stands next live. Not me. Twisted oil pump drive shafts will put you on Jack Stands. Yes, sir. We were just talking about that. I think that the twisted, guys, if your car ever loses oil pressure for absolutely no reason, you probably twisted your drive shaft. And you probably say to yourself, well, my drive shaft on my transmission's fine. It's not that. These stock motor drive shafts, these oil pump drive shafts are so bad that they'll literally look like a Twizzler, and then they'll end up breaking. But you'd be surprised on how far a stock motor will go without no oil. Ask me how I know that. Hey, it was in this car too. Many moons ago, my dudes. Many moons ago, my dudes. So, what do we got to talk about? What's left? God, you know what? It's such a good conversation to have with you guys. I get really excited when I get to talk about, jack stands and working on Foxbodies and trailers and racing and street car. Guys, you build your car the way my black car is not the car to be a point of reference. My black car is a hot mess argument in my head. Does that make sense? Like, literally, it's like, oh, we're going to go race today. We got to take all these parts off. Yeah, whatever. We're going to go race today. And then I get back from the race. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go cruise with my girlfriend. Oh, we got to put all these parts back on. Well, let's go put the parts back on. You see what I mean? It's a hot freaking mess. So it's always nice to, shout out to those guys who have dedicated Foxbody race cars that enjoy with the carburetors and just sending the shit down the track and having fun with it. Look forward to actual race days. Black cars at the point now where I don't look forward to spending 2 hours getting it ready for it. But that's where the white car comes in a little bit more. It's more race than it is street, but not really. Black car is sick, awesome street car. I mean, I appreciate that. I see. I learn everything from. Don't learn everything from me, man. I'll lead you right into a rabbit hole. There's a rabbit hole right there, bro. Where's Brutal at? He knows what I'm talking about. Where you at? Ah, I figured he'd text me. Where you at, Brutal? I know you're watching. Can't have a car. I can jump in and drive it to and from the gym. Circle of doom. Okay, we back. Give me a thumbs up. So, anyways, I accidentally ran my '89 F-150 out of oil twice. Never got a tick knock. Sold it for $50. Brutal is on the shop couch. Yeah, he's chilling, man. He's chilling right now. Now we ain't froze no more. It does this. I think it's more YouTube. I got really good internet connection. I think that's more YouTube because usually right around about an hour, right at about an hour, 5 minutes, it always like hits me up with a couple freezes or whatever. But I don't mean that it's going to cut off. It hasn't cut off in a long time. Since the OBS days. You guys like the StreamYard better? I do. I'm able to bring people in if I, and have fun or whatever. So anyways, what do we got coming up on the channel this week? I keep talking about releasing my website, neomustangs.com. Swear to Jesus, I don't swear to Jesus, but I swear that it just needs to happen. I just need to release it. I just keep getting all the stupid FTP stuff messed up. My oil pump twisted and broke. To the oil pump apart just to check and found one of the valve cover gasket reinforcements stuck in the gears. Oh, man. So hit me up. What we got left here? We got about 10 more minutes or so, and then I'll bump out. What's up, Mr. Green Guy? We're talking about top 10 things that'll keep you on the jack stands. I should just hang this over my head somehow. Well, you guys got anything else you think we should add to this list, man? Because this is fire right here. This is absolute fire. Good job. You guys did a nice job. Like, I was gonna come up with my own, but you know what? It's better that I talk to you guys because this is the that'll keep you on the jack stands for sure. Keep you on the jack stands, and it's all intertwined. It's all intertwined. If that doesn't motivate you to at least figure out, maybe it will, maybe it won't. Shout out if your Foxbody's been on jack stands longer than a year. Go ahead. I built my first turbo kit hot side and it ran me like $60, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you could take you could take your back if you got a welder and some decent skill, you could build your own turbo kit easy for like $500. I mean, granted, you get a couple deals on like the turbo itself or whatever. I am missing an engine. Weather always screws you. Where do you live, man? Where do you live? I'm in Ohio, man. I get it, man. Weather always screws me as well. I'm honestly thinking about going live twice on the week, guys. What do you guys think about possibly, entertaining the idea of going live on another day during the week? It can't be on a Wednesday. Oh, I wanted to ask you as well. And then we'll talk about some of the channel stuff. I did a poll on the community tab. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the way YouTube works. But they have like different things that you can do. Obviously, you can upload videos. There's a live streams tab that's separate from videos. But then there's shorts. And there's stories too. But man, all this social media, different avenues of traction on social media literally gives me a headache. But I thought about the story thing, and it's 60 seconds long. It's like Reels on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm like, shit, I could actually upload a short or make a short at the track and upload a short of one of my guys running their Foxbodies or something cool at the track instead of trying to put it in a 10-minute video at the end that nobody might see. What do you guys think about me on Wednesday uploading 2 or 3 shorts at the track? You know what I mean? And they'll be like back to back throughout the night, but there'll be just 60 seconds of, you know, some cool track shit, or maybe something like, you know, maybe checking a guy's car out that's there, you know, like a Cobra or something. So my stream is blurry. Is the stream good now? Carlos, I just did one of those. I just did a not just a tech thing, but I just did a, like you talking about like the three, what do you guys think of the 3G conversion in 60 seconds? That was crazy. That was crazy editing. No motivation. That's a good one, Harley. Stop buying parts and not putting them on your car. Never. I actually just went and bought more parts. On top of, I bought, you should see these tires I bought for the back, the black car for the street. Ridiculous. They're like this wide. Whatever. 12.5 inches. No tubbing. They do stick out a little bit. You guys know my wheels stick out just about that much. That's because I got to have room for the 3-inch tailpipes. Still a little fuzzy. Let's switch the layout and see what happens. Let me. Is that better? No? I would like to see more ride-alongs. Did that fix it or no? Try new things on your car like wiring or body work. You might have a favorite thing to do. Nah, I've done a lot of wiring and body work for my Fox bodies, and it's just, you know, those types of videos are tough. Favorite thing to do. Nah. Oh, here we go. Still blurry, so let's see if I can't fix it. Here we go. I got a way to fix it. You guys ready? Better? Yay! Y'all just let me know when it goes blurry or something, and then I'll fix it. Not a big deal. Cool. All right. Just let me know when it goes blurry. Sometimes when it does that little circle crap and it freezes, sometimes it'll freeze the camera up a little bit too. So just let me know. I appreciate you guys letting me know that. Just got to unplug my stuff and set my settings back up. But anyways, where was I at? What do I got coming up this week for the video? Thought you might like hit the router. No. You guys are silly, man. I thought it was. Yeah, I do not suggest you drink and drive. You know, this blurry vision stuff can kind of tell you something. Anyway, what we got coming up this week? I got a pick video. You guys like my pick videos? Be honest with me. Be honest with me. I actually got 2 of them to show you. I mean, pick videos are actually kind of, I like them to show you because it's like some stuff that I like to do on the side, just to have fun with. I like to buy parts, I like to collect parts, sell parts, rebuild them, restore them, break them, use them, whatever. I got a different pick video this time for you, though. It's not a car pick. So I think I'm going to release that one tomorrow. They're interesting, to say the least. You could see a different, so we've gotten to the point to where, you know, social media has made us like super easy to find car parts. Back in the day, man, that's what it was all about. You know, going to junkyards with my dad, you know, going junkyards with my friends. You know, I mean, tell me that's not something that hits home. You know, and hanging out with friends who might have car parts, or, you know, hey, I know somebody who has this, or. What's up, Eduardo? Is that right? I can just call you Ed, right? 650 Motorsports in the house. I think it was cousin Paul did it. Yeah, he probably messing with my cord. You guys don't know who 650 Motors is. He is on Instagram. He is actually, okay, I want to do a big shout to 650 Motors. Like I said, he's on Instagram. It's probably the best way to get a hold of him. He does a lot of tuning and Foxbody stuff in California, if I can say it. I think it's California. Can I talk about that? He's on the West Coast. I don't know if he's even in California. But he does some really good work. I've seen his work firsthand, and he can be found on other channels as well. But it's definitely something to talk about. I actually shoot ideas back and forth with 650 Motorsports all the time. He actually ended up changing his wastegate location recently and putting a bigger gate on it like we have on my black car. So I want you guys to check him out. So you guys, we're always trying to have like a network of people. So if you're like a Terminator X needing a Holly tune, you need some work done on your Foxbody, and you have the money, you just don't have the time, then, you know, look this guy up. He's on the West Coast. He might be able to take you in, maybe or maybe not, but I think that's pretty much all he works on is Foxbodies like I do. So it reminds me of the junkyard dog builds. I blow it up and back in a week. That's right. So, I mean, I hope I didn't go out of my way. I appreciate you, brother. Passing on. That's right. So I hope I didn't go out of my way by, you know, saying, I'll let you say where you're at, and, you know, you're more than welcome to put your phone number or whatever, email would probably be best right here in chat if you wanted to. If you got any questions about, and you're on the West Coast, guys, you guys now know I'm on the East Coast, I'm in Ohio, so it's kind of hard to do work from 3,000 miles away. So he's just another contact who definitely knows what he's doing. That's right. That's right. I can do wiring, carbon, and about to learn upholstery. As long as there's an example car, I can make it. That's right. I can do wiring, carbon, example car. Okay. So you got some sort of business that relates to that. So anyways, I got a pick video that I'm going to do tomorrow. You guys will enjoy. It's kind of lame, but it's not. You should see wait till you see what I found in this shit and how much I paid for it. It's like I want to show you and be like, you know what I mean? Of course, we got the new dyno video coming up this week. I already know what we made. I already know what we did. I think you guys will be happy. There's progress there. There is definitely progress there. And if you've seen my short from yesterday, you'll know what I'm talking about. And we got a surprise for you on, I think me and Donnie B have a surprise for you on Dad's car as well. We're going to try a trick and see if it works to make things even better. I want to see the Terminator X on Dad's car. So that's kind of one of the things, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We got to make a progress, you know. We got to go from speed density stock motor to speed density and GT40 to freaking speed density, and where do we go next when the FMU's out of fuel? Where do you go next? You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. 650 just did Mike's Turbo Fox. Dude does clean work. Yep, that's definitely does clean work. Mike has a really good a nice channel. He's been messing with Foxbodies for a while. He's doing a body build on his car. It looks really cool. I think it looks really cool. For sure. I like I like kits. I got an old school Steeda Ronnie Socks, the old school Steeda ground effects kits, which I showed you in one of my videos. I always like the deck, the Dash. Is that right? Is that what you said? The Dash kits. I don't mind GT ground effects or GT look ish on LX coupes. I mean, it does take away from the square body ish, but you know, if they're different and they're clean, I'm all about it. Yeah, Fat Boy Fox, mass air. So you'll have to wait for the video, but I found a couple things and matched with a couple of the other things. You know, it's definitely something that you guys will be curious about. Know anybody around Connecticut or surrounding area that tunes good? There's a number of people here on the East Coast, but I don't know if I could tell you. Stay tuned for his new look. You guys will like. Yes. So, yes. I'm not a fan of ground effects at all, except for factory GT ones. Yeah, I don't mind them either. But see, here's what I don't. Here's what I like about. Here's what I like about I like the Cobra look. I like the rear Cobra bumper. Kind of looks like an LX had in a GT, like the GT bumper and the LX bumper had a baby. I really kind of like that. I do like the bumpers that have that skirt look that come up into like a smaller bumper in the back and have like, you know, noticeable notch areas to where like they have tailpipes that come out, because the GT bumper is awesome, but like the biggest problem is there was no tailpipe look, and I'm not cutting holes in my damn bumper. Definitely a 93 Cobra is the shiznit. Right. Jason Fields, man, I appreciate the $9.99 super chat, super sticker, my man. You're one of my biggest donators on the channel for super stickers and super chat, man. I appreciate you donating to the channel. It helps me do stupid crap like this behind me. What? I didn't say nothing wrong. Love GT and 93 ground effects. That's all. That's right. I actually want to put the Cobra insert on my white bumper here. I deleted the Ford years ago. If you see that, that's actually a Ford bumper. But I think I want to put the Cobra one on it for the airflow. You know what I mean? Let me see here. Why does that hide that? There you go. Toby Wilson, what's up? Swapping my 86 to MAP and GT40 stuff real soon. That's right. Let's get it. So, all right. We got about 5 more minutes here. It's good to see you, 650. I was wondering when he was going to jump in one of my chats eventually. We do chat quite often on Instagram. Like I said, he made a nice relocation. He took he kind of took what I did with my black car, where I was successful with the bigger wastegate. You know, same thing with the white car. And he actually moved the on-3 gate location down, because literally the driver, it'll allow to equalize that tube. You see what I'm saying? The crossover and such. What's up, Anthony Conley? Oh, bro, I got a few box parts I dug up for you. All right. Your white GT in the back is the ultimate for me. All white GT. That's right. Would you do a 65 Cobra short block and 88 to 93 Celine top end kit? No. I don't think I would mess with if it was a Mexican block, the one that was made in Mexico. I don't think those were a 65 though. Damn, that's early. Finally took my car out today. Nice. That's what I'm talking about, Stephen King. Get your car off the stands. Let's go have some fun. That's what Foxtoberfest is for, man. I really wish some of the guys from the West Coast could come over, or even Midwest, could come over and actually enjoy Foxtoberfest. Bros, if you live in the West Coast, and I actually mentioned this to Edgar too, 650. I was like, if you guys live on the West Coast and can manage, for some odd reason, can manage to make that trip to Foxtoberfest, bro, there was almost 800 Foxbodies there. And from all over the United States. Bro, it's probably one of the best Foxbody events I think I've ever been to. And just because it has so much pizzazz around the whole event. Dude, literally they put you in a speedway that's next to a dirt track, that's next to a 4-lane. Isn't Z-Max a 4-lane track strip? Like, they're all right there. And I don't, when I drove up and down the street from that shit, it was like, man, I'm home. I told my girlfriend, I was like, we're moving here. I'm done with Ohio. Hey, Neo, jumping in late, saying hello, man. Nathan Tuck, I appreciate you. You are one of my oldest members to the channel. You got my huge props, my dude. Thank you for being part of that support. Larry Tonley is born. Okay, can't wait for Foxtoberfest. Yeah, it was a great time. So, there's a couple other events that are happening. Like, the Mustang Week is going to be really big this year because it's the last one. And then, of course, the Ford Takeover event was held by Foxcast Media here in early June. That's going to be a big event. But the same people that put Foxtoberfest on as well is also doing Chocolate Fox up here in PA. So they're going to be up north area. So if you're in the, Eastern Canada, New York, New Jersey, PA area, Ohio, West Virginia, if you're in that area, it's definitely half a day's drive and something that's going to have a lot of traction too. So they don't tell me to shout that stuff out. It's just a great time. I'm going to be at I'm going to be at Chocolate Fox with the white car, probably at Ford Takeover either with the white car or the black car. It depends on what happens this week at the paint booth. I'm trying to make Mustang Week, but that thing is booked, bro. I might have to sleep 30 minutes away. But definitely want to make Foxtoberfest for sure, 100%. At 860 Fox, thanks again. Going to look into it. Bren tuning and okay, good looking out, bro. Yes. So June, it's the end of July too. Usually Mustang Week is in the beginning of September. This is it. This is the last cruise on the beach, boys, and I hadn't been to one, and I've been trying to go to them for the last 3 years. Ain't been to one. So if I don't go now, I don't know what I'm going to do. Losing all these spots, ATL, dragways closing, etc. Oh, no. What's up, Larry Bird? We're just kind of hitting around, getting ready to hit the road here in a second. Are you bringing merch to Chocolate? Yes. So Reptide made a 10x10 for us with flags and stuff. I have enough merch now. I don't really have a whole lot of merch left. I take that back. I probably have maybe 30 or 40 t-shirts and maybe 8 hats. So if you guys are interested in merch, and I actually sold some hats through email this past week, just Neomustangs at Hotmail. Just hit me up on the email and I'll ship. I got 2 hats I got to ship tomorrow. I only got about 6 of them left. I got to put another hat order in. The problem is everything's on back order, even the Richardson's hats. I'm going to start getting into the fitted stuff because all my stuff is sewn in vinyl. So that like, this is screen print. So this will probably fade when I wash it, but I haven't washed it yet. I'm out in Southeast Alabama. I should head to Foxtoberfest for sure. Man, I would love to go. Car is ready. Just need to find logistics out. Yeah. Hey, so you got plenty of time. Go to if you had one event to go to, for sure, probably Foxtoberfest or Ford Takeover would be where you want to go. Yeah, make that happen, my man. Make that happen. So anyways, for those guys that are just joining the channel late, we'll go back over our list. See, this is what we did. We did this as a channel. I didn't make this up. They did. These are the top 10 things that'll keep your car on a jack stands. And they all intertwine, and every one of y'all can relate to that. You know what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking So money, you ain't got money, you ain't got no time, you got no time, you got no family, change plans, back order. So I'm really proud of you guys. I'm really proud of you guys tonight. You know, I wasn't feeling the live chat, but I said, you know what? It's like working on a Foxbody. You just got to get into it. You got to get that energy up, and you got to go out there and make something happen. And that's what we did tonight. This is what we did. This is all you guys. So shout out to you guys. Have an applause for yourself. Edgar, I appreciate you joining the channel, man. I appreciate you being a channel member and supporting that channel. Why are you mad, Slow Fox? Why are you mad? Don't be mad. What do you got here? Test hits and running in my car on Wednesday. Test hits and running in my, man, make sure you send me some video. Hey, man, if the video sucks, don't send it to me. But if this video is good, I'll send it. Timothy, my floor pans hopefully get sanded in them. All right. Man, I'll tell you what, Edgar, I appreciate the $20 super sticker. You ain't got to do that, bro. I appreciate you, though. I appreciate you supporting the channel, my dude. For sure. Becoming a member and hit me up with that chat. That's what it's all about. 650, when you going to make a channel, G? You got, that's what I'm talking about. Tell him right now. Tell him right now. 650, you need to make a channel. I mean, you probably do these little videos all over Instagram. I mean, you got a good Instagram following. You should just do some Foxbody stuff. Just, you know, hey, what's up? This is Edgar from 650 Motors. We're here in California. I think it's California. I'm doing Terminator X stuff. I'm doing Foxbody stuff. That's what we're getting into today. Bro, you can make a video every day because you're always messing with Foxbodies. Telling you. Tell them, channel. Do you ever go to Ford Swap near Columbus? Yeah, Ryan, I'm going there early April with Slow Nate and Papa Hootman, which I forgot to tell them I was going with them. We aren't getting younger, gonna build them and have fun. That's right. I have lots of content recorded. One day it'll be out soon. Man, just send it. Listen, no channel started out big. No channel started out running hard. You know what I mean? It's just a natural progression. You put up a video, put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram. Like, if you guys notice, that's what I've been doing. I've been putting stuff on Instagram. Excuse me, on Facebook. I've been uploading the same video to Facebook itself because Facebook and Instagram are fine with each other. But when you start trying to promote YouTube stuff on Facebook, they kind of don't like that. Heading out. Hey, good night, Carlos Rivera. I appreciate you coming to the live chat tonight, and I appreciate you supporting the channel, my dude. I appreciate you for sure with the membership. So I'm gonna have to get you. I'm gonna have to get you guys out. We'll be talking in chat. I might do a members only chat live stream someday, where we can talk about, where we can, you guys can, get to know, more of the members of the channel. You know what I mean? These guys that have been supporting the channel for a long time. I might, bring one in to talk to them here, and then just random dudes like us, man. Random Foxbody dudes like us. The knowledge is worth more than the money, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you a lot. That knowledge is free, man. You just need to ask. I'll be there first of the year with looking for some 351 swap stuff. YouTube needs good channels. Some are old as dirt or just crappy. You guys are cool and helpful. I appreciate that. Anyways, got a couple more minutes. What we got here? IR mad about staying week. Oh, yeah. Shutting down because Karen hates the noise. That's right. Yep. That's what I thought. I didn't know if I was allowed to say that or not, but you're in San Francisco Bay Area. So guys in the West Coast, hit 650 up. I mean, if you're in, Washington, whatever, Nevada, what's around you? Arizona, man, I don't even know that side of the map, bro. I mean, it's just that far away. It's all about making the connections, guys. Have a good night. Hey, have a good night too, Treetop Tom. I appreciate you being part of the channel. Pull lines off rivets and pull it back as much as you can without kinking. Yep. You got any tips on welding and subframes and avoiding the fuel lines? Oh, boy. Yeah, make sure you got a definitely make sure you have a fire extinguisher. And insurance. That's a joke, bro. That's a joke. All right. So anyways, guys, I appreciate everybody who has hit me up on the super chat, super sticker tonight. Guys, the support to the channel is always huge. You know, just to name a few, Tim Bersick and you know, Jason Fields and, you know, Edgar, you know, just I appreciate everything you guys do. It's a dream of mine to be able to, you know, on a random Sunday, get on and be able to chat Fox bodies and speak Fox body for an hour, hour and a half, and it still not get boring. You know what I mean? But at some point, you know, I know we got to leave some for the next event and what have you. But anyways, long story short, guys, this week, like I said, we're going to do a pick video. We got the dyno video coming up. I got some shorts coming up for you that you guys will like. And we'll think, you know, members in my chat, if you guys are curious, you know, I'm gonna start actually involving you guys maybe in some live stream ideas. So we might start doing a poll. Like there's a poll up there right now on you know, whether I should do more shorts or not. Now I'm gonna get better at them. So I don't completely terrible at them, but you know, there's gonna be pretty fire. Night War Admiral. Finally running a turbo 76 Turbonetics 342 blocked motor. First test strip wastegate was stuck closed. Pinned max out, then thing was a mod. Nice. Peace out, things first. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys for joining tonight. I appreciate the new members to the channel. So shout out to 650 Motors out there in Cali. It's about time you got on one of these live streams, my man. It's good to see you. You do some good Fox body work out there in the West Coast. Neo, we need to get a Fox body show in Ohio. Actually, that reminds me, before I go, I am going to be doing a dyno day sometime this year. I am going to pre-qualify 5 cars that can be tuned on Binary Editor, A9L, Mass Air, and or Terminator X. Yeah, Dominator as well, but whatever. Fox body related. So we're going to be doing a dyno day probably in the summer, maybe fall. So if you're looking to get your Fox body tuned by me and Dave, the guy who actually taught me, he's a genius. Boosted or NA, it doesn't really matter. So maybe, you know, if you're within 8-ish hours of Ohio or even further away, you could come and, you know, we're going to be set it for like a Saturday. And if something goes wrong on the dyno and you can fix it, and, you know, we'll carry it over to Sunday to make sure you get your stuff tuned. So I did want to mention that. Anyways, outside that, guys, check out the videos that's coming up this week. I appreciate everybody for showing up. Hey, good work today. Good work. That was all you. Appreciate you guys. See you guys soon in the next live stream and in the videos this week. I appreciate everyone for showing up. Thank you.